guys, welcome back to my channel. Tiffany here on Striving for Excellence, and in today's video I wanted to share with you my 2022 May European vacation to both Central and Eastern Europe. Right now I'm in Belgrade, Serbia. Most people, when thinking about European countries, usually think about places like Paris and London. They don't really take the time to consider Eastern European countries such as Serbia. In fact, a lot of people don't even know about Serbia or even know where it's located. But Serbia is a remarkable country. It is one of the countries that was part of Yugoslavia, as well as countries such as Montenegro, Croatia, which used to be part of Serbia, in addition to Bosnia and North Macedonia and Slovenia, and I think I'm missing one more. So Yugoslavia was under the rule first by the dictator Alexander I, and then later on by Joseph Tito. And here I am at the Belgrade Fortress, one of my most favorite attractions. Let me tell you guys, all of this machinery that you do see was original and actually used in war. Now, this was a very, very hot day. It was only 88 degrees, but it felt like being in Phoenix. It felt like it was 107. Here I am in a Roman well. This was probably the coolest place in all of Belgrade. Here you see a very, very deep well. As you can see, the Romans were pretty much any and everywhere. Many of these countries in Eastern Europe are more on the poor side, but you have to take in consideration the history. Most of these countries were under communist rule, and there's so much history here that we don't learn about in school in the United States. But with that being said, Serbia was one of those countries that I really did not want to travel to for the sake of traveling. I really just wanted to go there, check it off my to-do list, and move on to the next destination. But I happened to have a friend who's from here, and her friend showed me around. They were amazing tour guides. And to my astonishment, Serbia ended up being one of my favorite destinations. Saint Sava Temple. Now you guys, this is one of the most beautiful Orthodox churches or cathedrals that I have ever seen. Once you see inside, you can see how glamorous and how bright and how detailed this temple is. It's in devotion to Saint Sava. To be a monk and a priest, and he was pretty much the founder of the Orthodox Christian faith in Belgrade, Serbia, or all of Serbia. So I was only in Serbia for 2 days, and my friend took me to this amazing spot where it had lots of live music and lots of amazing outdoor restaurants. Here I am at one of the most favorite restaurants, the Three Hats. And let me tell you, for those of you who are vegan, such as myself, it was really hard to find vegan food in Serbia. But as you can see, I did manage to find some tomatoes, I had some mushrooms, and some very delicious potatoes. you invest in going to a Mozart concert, which is what I am doing in this video clip. It was an orchestra, it was singing, it was ballet, it was dancing, it was absolutely incredible. Alright guys, I finally made it to Vienna, Austria. Now Vienna is more in Central Europe versus Eastern Europe, but it was on the way, so I figured why not stop here for a few days and check it out. Now I did hire a wonderful photographer from Airbnb Experiences who took me around the entire city and helped me take all of my photos and videos. May 2022 and we're in Vienna. And today we're at the State Opera in Vienna. Right here, we're standing in front of the statue of Mozart. In the background, we have the Opera House at Vienna. This lovely statue is the last king of the city. And right here we have the Museum Albertina, where you can see wonderful pieces by Picasso. Behind me is the Heroes Place. Well, here I am at the Heroes Palace. All of these individual statues are the heroes of Vienna at Hofburg. And right now, guys, right behind me is the beautiful City Hall. Here in Vienna, if you ever get tired of walking around, we do have these beautiful horses and carriages that can take you around the city. And all right, you guys, here I am in the oldest part of the city of Vienna. As you can see, this is where everybody's at. You can find places to eat, places to shop. Here we have this beautiful monument where they honored the people who were killed. Over 20 million people died of the plague. And guys, of course, I could not leave out this beautiful church, Stephansdom. And I know I can't say that right, but look how magnificent it was. So I sincerely apologize for the volume in some of these video clips, but here I am, my last few hours in Vienna, and I'm just sitting at a park catching my breath because it's super, super hot, looking out into the city. And this is me taking my last stroll through the main center of Vienna before I walk 2 miles back to my hotel. So at this point, I'm starving. Vienna, Austria was very vegan friendly. I literally went to this Chinese restaurant every single night I was there, and this was just some delicious Asian food. Here I am eating an avocado wrap.
Listen, we're in Budapest right now. A beautiful woman's holding the camera. That's all I'm gonna say.
Budapest was such a beautiful and amazing city. You guys definitely have to go. It was like probably my favorite next to Belgrade, Serbia. So in just a few moments, you're going to see a clip of a statue with a horse. My tour guide told me that the college students will come to this statue at nighttime, rub the balls of this statue for good luck in passing their exams. So I finally made it to Budapest, and behind me is the Parliament building. It used to be where the royal family lived, but obviously Budapest is now a Republican country. So obviously I'm in Budapest, Hungary, and you guys, this was probably my favorite destination next to Belgrade, Serbia. I actually wish I would have spent more time in Hungary than Vienna, Austria, but the great thing is I can always come back. So I actually took a day trip from Vienna to Budapest, Hungary. It was about a 2.5 to 3 hour journey via van. I was with a small tour company of about 8 people, and we were there for about 9 hours. And let me tell you, we did any and everything that you could possibly do within 9 hours. I had an amazing tour guide named Peter. I will list all that information in the description box below, and he made sure that we did and saw it all. So just a few fun facts about Budapest. The first thing is a lot of Hollywood films are actually shot in Budapest. So a lot of times when you think that you might be in London or Paris or even Russia, a lot of times those clips and scenes are filmed in Budapest. So I actually don't know if Budapest was vegan friendly, simply because I went all day without eating, and then when I finally did have an opportunity to eat, it was a late lunch. I got a very delicious pasta that came with bread, as well as their signature goulash. Guys, these were the first 3 countries I visit in my 6-week vacation. So thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. Make sure you come back this time next week for part 2 European adventure. In the next video, I will be taking you to Romania, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, as well as Albania, right here on Striving for Excellence.